So Craig, tell us a little bit about what's going on. Where are we at? What's going on here tonight?
We're at the Oakway Center here in Eugene, Oregon, home of, behind me, the Eugene Running Company. And tonight we're going to have a little Mizuno running event with the weekly Monday night run group that meets here every Monday night at 6 p.m. So we'll do a little Q&A as I prepare for the Chicago Marathon, and people that come to the run, they'll be able to try on some Mizuno shoes, win some Mizuno prizes. We're 6 days out from the Chicago Marathon here. At this point, all the real work is kind of in the barn, so to speak, and so a lot of rest and easy runs here for the next 4 or 5 days, and I'll do one light workout again on Saturday before the race, and get up Sunday morning and run the marathon.
So what are your goals going into this race? After this will be your first marathon since the trials, right?
Yep. Yeah, this will be the first marathon since the trials. I was 2:15:42 in Houston in January. So I guess that's kind of the starting point. Baseline goal is to run a PR this weekend, and hopefully maybe even something under 2:15. I feel like I've learned a lot in the time between January and now. Certainly, having run the marathon in Houston was a big help in terms of a learning experience. That was really my first big marathon where it was very competitive, up front, and then even back in any of the times and places, from 2:12 to 2:20, it was very competitive. Obviously, with it being the Olympic trials, and I've learned things, I learned things in training leading up to Houston that I've kind of changed and adapted for Chicago, and I feel like it'll make a difference come Sunday, but it's one of those things until you line up and run the race, you kind of never know what to expect. So I certainly am confident in the training that's kind of happened over the last 3 months, and feel like that I'm in PR shape, and hopefully come Sunday I'll have a faster time next to my name.
How is your training this time around different from your previous marathon races?
So I think the biggest difference in what I did this time in comparison to in Houston in January, I kind of shortened my cycle. I went with a 16 to 18 week cycle building up to Houston, and I think I learned that maybe it was a little too long. I got a little stale in the last month or so leading up to that marathon, and as I sat down and talked with my coach Andy Downen about things to change and improve for Chicago, one of the things we kind of came to was this kind of more condensed schedule, basically a 12-week, 13-week schedule leading into Chicago. So I really think it's made a huge difference. I feel great right now. I feel fresh still. I don't feel burnt out either from the workouts or just from the training itself. The marathon training takes a lot out of you, both physically and mentally, and so I still feel sharp, and I'm certainly excited to kind of put it out there on the course here on Sunday. I think there's a good group of American guys who are anywhere from 2:12 to myself, 2:15, 2:16 range that were at the trials that will be in Chicago trying to run faster than what they did in January, and so I'm looking forward to running with them and against them again, and kind of seeing how I stack up, and kind of the progression I've made from January to October. I feel like I've become a better runner. I certainly feel like a better runner, and I look forward to finding out some of those answers on Sunday. people that come to the run, they'll be able to try on some Mizuno shoes, win some Mizuno prizes, and have a good time. No noise, remember? It's okay, yeah. I'll just
And not making noise. All right, we're gonna ask Cody a question. We gotta listen to what he says. Okay. So how far out are we now from the Chicago Marathon?
let's see, it's Monday evening, so